A warm welcome to each and everyone. It's an honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Sunita Arya to this forum of Clinica Phi. And what should I say about her? I mean, I actually love her, but let me give her a brief about her. She is one of the leading nutritionists in India. And I don't know how will I read your CV, Sunita, but you have so many, success stories here. She's a PhD in nutrition, nature science, postgraduate in clinical nutrition and dietetics, certified NLP trainer. She's a diabetic educator, Reiki healer, mind and power workshop director, and so on and so forth. And she's been awarded with Arogya Ratna Award, National Healthcare Icon Award, oh my God, honorary certification in healthcare in Accenture, Global Excellence Award for Best Nutritionist, and many more. So these are just few of them. But most importantly, what I would like to bring in here is the way she handles the nutrition and the health is just amazing. I mean, to have that deep understanding of the subject and to apply it to her clients. And I happen to be one of her, subject clients who has benefited from her treatment is just amazing. Because a lot of people forget the essence of how nutrition works in our body. What does it do to your mind, body, soul? As we always talk about a complete holistic approach to whatever we do in our lives, I think Sunita handles it with very beautifully. And she is the master in reversal of diabetics, chronic diseases like thyroid, of course weight management, and also treating the cancer patients. In fact, she has treated stage 3 cancers, stage 4 cancers, and people have come out of it with minimal chemotherapy effect. So nutrition actually can do wonders. And of late, of course, we cannot forget the pandemic, which has been happening all around us and has been disturbing people. She has helped many, many, many COVID patients through her nutrition, through her knowledge, through her guidance, where people have been benefited and not been affected to the severity of the disease and have come out, from the disease very, very beautifully. Apart from that, she's a big philanthropist. She does a lot of good work with the orphans and much more. I think she's into a lot of other activities, and I would need another session to actually introduce you, Sunita. But a warm welcome to Dr. Sunita, and thank you for accepting this invitation, because it was long overdue, where I wanted to bring to the notice of general population that how nutrition actually plays a very important role when we talk about chronic diseases. We talk about anti-aging, we talk about so many other diseases or problems which we see on our face. Now, as an oculofacial plastic surgeon, I see a lot of people coming with facial aging, eyelid bags, dark circles, wrinkles, and so on and so forth. But what people forget is that it's just a symptom which is presenting to a bigger picture which is happening inside our body, right? And I thought during this COVID times, pandemic, people have little fear, they're scared, they are having little bit of lack of knowledge, and they don't know where to go, what to do. So it will be very, very nice and great to have some tips and tricks from you as an expert on certain areas of, how to deal with our immunity, diet, nutrition during this time. So without, wasting much time, my first question to you, Dr. Sunita, is what do you think how the diet plays, a very important role in helping the immunity of an individual?
First of all, thank you, Dr. Shubhra, for giving me this opportunity to be with you. And thank you for your kind words. Dr. Shubhra is a great doctor too.
Yes, we are into the mutual admiration right now.
Yes, you are an angel too. I say you're my little sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wanted to know what role does diet play in helping build one's immunity?
Right.
So good nutrition is fundamental in improving immunity. The immunity system is the body's defense mechanism, it's a defense against disease and infection. Providing a diet high in nutritious food, rich in vitamins, minerals, supports function of the immune system by providing antioxidants to slow the damage of the cells caused by the free radicals or assisting in T cell production. These T cells are very, very important for immune system.
Okay. So that means, people right now, because see, diet is a very elaborate word, it's a very generalized word. Nutrition is a very generalized word. People don't understand what actually diet and nutrition means, because everybody says, oh, I'm doing my diet properly, I've been eating properly, but I'm having so-and-so issue and so problem. But you're absolutely right. Unless we understand the basics of how the food, because food is a lively thing. It's a live entity which we are taking inside. It affects the energy within us. It affects the cellular metabolism within us. And that's how it kind of plays around with our immunity. So can you elaborate on that myths? Like people think that they are on a great diet or nutrition, where actually they are spoiling their body. They're actually damaging their body more, and in turn the immunity, as an indirect outcome of that.
Yeah, so the biggest myth, I'll say that there are two nutrients, macro and micro. Mostly we concentrate only on the macro one, that is carbs, protein and fats, and very less we are giving attention to the micro. And in terms, if they are giving attention to the micronutrients, they are giving in the terms of multivitamins. But we need to pay more attention on the micronutrients. That is vitamins and minerals, vitamin A, B, B6, B12, C, vitamin D, vitamin E, folate, zinc, iron, sunlight. All these things are more essential than the other things. Right. Not in the form of supplements, but in the form of natural food.
Yeah, that was my next. The thing is that it's not
boost your immunity.
Yes,
these will boost your immunity.
Yeah, and as much as we can take it from the natural resources, that is the best form of intake of all the macros and the micros. Because
100%.
A lot of people depend on the supplements, which on the long run may not be so beneficiary, because we all know. The side effects.
In fact, too much of supplements will cause toxicity.
Yeah. True. So now, to just elaborate on this, because we are in these tough times of COVID, can diet be used to reduce the effects of COVID in any ways? Because we are talking about, COVID itself is related to a virus which actually is decreasing our immunity, right? So these are kind of related questions where, yes, if you're on good nutrition, your immunity boosts up. So can diet actually reduce the effects of COVID?
100%, Dr. Shubhra. The only sustainable way to survive the current situation is to strengthen the immune system. And adequate intake of iron, zinc, vitamin C, all these things essential for the maintenance of immune system.
Okay, so what can actually people do to improve themselves? Everybody may not come to a nutritionist or an expert, but in general, if we have to give a message to our clients, patients, and general population that now we understand nutrition is important. Nutrition plays an important role in building the immunity. If your immunity is good, you will not have as much side effects as it can be with COVID. So how can people actually help themselves? What are certain guidelines which you would like to share with them?
Yeah, so for these, I'll say my favorite proverb or the favorite quote why I keep saying, create a strong digestive system, improve your immunity, and have a positive attitude towards life.
Right.
And the second one is, first of all, we should pay attention on these three things. One is mind, one is your soul, heart, and third is the belly, food, gut.
Yeah.
This is, the thoughts in the mind, emotions in the heart, and food in the belly. If we concentrate on these three areas, I'll repeat again. Thoughts in the mind, that is the positive thoughts. We should not have fears. There are so many people who are only having fears about COVID. I don't mean to say that if you don't have fear means you should be careless. You should be careful, definitely, but you should have positive thoughts. And then emotions in the heart, whatever type of emotion, you need to have positive emotions. You should have feel good factor. You should be good emotions,
Yeah.
gratitude emotion like that. And then food in the belly. If these three areas are taken care of, definitely you can conquer anything.
Okay, that's a wonderful point, because usually people do forget about the holistic approach towards one's body.
Yes.
We look at specifics and we don't understand that it's a unit which works in totality. So if your heart,
Exactly.
mind, and body is not in tune with each other, they are all going to go in different directions, and then it's so difficult
Perfect.
to connect. In fact, I remember
Got it.
when we used to have a session, you used to always tell me about my gut, that gut is a second mind, and how the microbes can actually affect the thought processes.
Yes.
And for the benefit of everybody who's listening to this, I could reverse my thyroid and PCOD and the weight management, and I don't know what all, my bloating and etc, only by following simple rules which Dr. Sunita had given me. Now, on that note, Dr. Sunita, let's say the thought and emotions is something which is an ongoing process for an individual. I mean, it doesn't happen a day. But
So in simple terms, I think we can take care of our sleep. We should have a deep sleep, nutritious food, and physical and mental exercise.
right.
That is physical workout, and your mental is through, mental exercise is through is like meditation, and the tool for the meditation is breath. That is pranayama.
Pranayama.
So if we can take care of these three things also, we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. But in the
overcome.
modern science era, a lot of people will have a mixed reviews about it, though I personally believe that lung capacity can be increased. We have spirometers. What do we do with that is actually inhale and exhale forcefully,
Yes.
right? So it is nothing but
Yes.
pranayama, and I think that is of paramount importance. Or any healthy activity, like if you're exercising on daily basis, please be regular about it. Be surrounded by positive people, think good. I know these are tough times, we all get carried away with negativities, but I think we have to hold our foot together and do it. Now, coming to the digestive system, Dr. Sunita, because that is something I want to just need more insight into it. Do you think there are some specific kinds of foods which are more beneficiary in increasing immunity, hence decreasing the side effects of COVID? For example, I'm a vegan. Now, I don't want to, say that that's the best thing to do, but, everybody have their own food choices. But personally, I feel that being a vegan has helped me a lot in removing a lot of toxicity and inflammation from my body. Now, everybody has their food choices. So do you think to improve our digestive system, as you said, your mind, emotion, and the digestive system, in the digestive system, how can one incorporate things which they have been on, like you can't suddenly change somebody's diet. How can they pay attention to it? What are those few tips from you as an expert?
Yeah. So one thing I told you is create a strong digestive system. So for that is, first thing is probiotics and prebiotics. So we need to take a lot of probiotics and prebiotics. Prebiotics are the food for the probiotics.
Mm-hmm.
That you can take it in the form of fruits, vegetables, and coconut water, citrus juices, and citrus fruits. So I'll say that coconut water is very much identical to human plasma, human blood plasma.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Yeah.
That will boost your immunity. In fact, in World War II, it seems this coconut water was given intravenously.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is so essential, and we just neglect common things,
Right.
Instead of going for, you should go for common things like sunlight, like fruits, vegetables, coconut water. This will totally boost your immune system.
Okay.
Eat whole grain foods.
Yeah.
That will again boost your good bacteria. So
Right.
we need to balance our gut bacteria for your strong immune system. Good and the bad bacteria. Yeah.
Right. So I think to re-emphasize on the point, lot of greens, lot of coconut water, lot of citrus, fresh vegetables. So I think your plate should look like a rainbow, or
rainbow color. Yes, you got it.
Yeah, so it should
Wonderful.
be a rainbow color with the coconut water. I think these are
Yes.
simple tips which everybody can follow at home, and
And not to forget sunlight.
and the sunlight, of course, of course.
Yes.
So okay, so this can actually, the probiotics and prebiotics is something which will strengthen the digestive system, and then somebody can be on the diet that they have been on and may modify it according to their requirements. But coming
Yes.
to COVID specifically, is there anything else which we can add or subtract from our diets which can help us?
Add and subtract. Adding, I'll say you should add healthy fats. Healthy fats like coconut, pure virgin oil, olive oil, flaxseed oil or flaxseed. These fats have been shown to be important for our blood vessels, for our brain, and even for a gut also.
Okay. Okay.
These are very important anti-inflammatory effect that helps to prevent
Okay.
diseases and infection. So good fats and micronutrients. Micronutrients and vitamins, minerals you get through fruits and vegetables. Good snack options like dry fruits, and then whole grain foods. And keep your throat hydrate by drinking lots of water, by taking lots of fluids, and most important is sunlight. And try to avoid alcohol, pan masalas, tea, coffee. Tea, coffee dehydrates your system.
It also makes the system
And
acidic.
junk food and processed food, refined flour, all these things we should avoid.
Right.
And when your immune system is weak, that time we should also avoid animal proteins.
Yeah, I was coming to that. So the word on intake of milk and animal products, because what my understanding is that they do cause inflammatory reactions in the body. And
Yes.
once you have inflammation, basically you're making your system acidic and not alkaline. And for your
Yes.
immunity to be built up, for anything to happen in your body, it is very important that you alkalinize your internal system, isn't it?
Yes, I agree totally. And when you are sick, your immune is weak, it's very hard to digest high proteins.
Yes.
Because you are made up of, again, I'll say that you are made up of these 5 elements, and your nature is also made up of 5 elements. So your body accepts the natural food of these 5 elements: Bhumi, Gagan, Vayu, Agni, Neer, the full form of Bhagwan. So
True.
better when you're sick, it's better to take food from these 5 elements, from the nature.
Yeah. Another myth among
We should avoid animal food that time, and lots of supplements. I don't advise too much of supplements also.
right.
Some are essential.
Yeah. And coming to this point, another thing is that there is a misconception that if we take a lot of protein, our strength will build up, our immunity will build up. Whereas what you are saying is that if your immunity is down and you pour in a lot of proteins, that can be actually counterproductive for the immunity.
100%.
Okay. So, Dr.
100%.
Sunita, last question, on this, in this connection is, see, we have been seeing a lot of post-COVID complications. Now, being in the industry, medical industry, I have seen a lot of so-called black fungus. I mean, we are seeing a lot of microvascular events happening. People are coming with bleeding, coagulopathies, and so on and so forth. Now, there are a lot of hypotheses, there are a lot of theories about it. Let's not go there. But in your view, because you have treated so many patients, I think more than 6,000, 7,000 people who have been directly or indirectly in touch with you for taking your advice. What can you do to avoid these complications, number one, or enable these patients to recover faster through the nutrition and the other elements which you have been talking about?
Yeah, Dr. Shubhra, I agree with you that I have cured more than 6,000-7,000 patients, even severe cases like pneumonia, and that too without any medicine, not even paracetamol. Temperature till 105 also had been cured without any paracetamol.
Right.
So nature has that much power to cure. Your body has its own healing power. So we just need to boost the immune system. The body is doing its own work. The body is definitely, see, we have white blood cells, we have T cells and B cells. B cells are the frontliner cells. Like when we sneeze, the B cell comes, and if suppose any pathogen enters, we sneeze. So that is the B cells, the frontliners, they come and protect you.
Right.
So we just need to boost our T cells. T cells come when the matter becomes difficult. We just need to boost the T cells, immune system. So I think that is the only thing we need.
Yeah.
Through food. Yeah.
So the bottom line is to boost up your immunity. How do you boost up your immunity? Apart from your thoughts and emotions, have your digestive system in place. Take the things which Dr. Sunita has mentioned. I think she's given some very practical tips. Of course, if you want something in detail, she's always available as an expert to help you.
Yeah.
out.
So to post-COVID, if you want a better and faster recovery, you need to eat a balanced diet, rich in vitamins, antioxidants, energy-rich foods. Because after post-COVID, you do become weak. You need energy-rich foods. Doing pranayam or breathing exercises. Exposure to sunlight is very, very essential. How much ever you take vitamin D supplements, but through sun, skin is the only source for vitamin D. That is very essential. And then doing your exercise and walks, and never not to forget about your prebiotic and probiotic. Because once you get recovered from post-COVID, definitely you must have taken lots of chemicals, lots of medicines which were essential that moment. But that will definitely have an impact on your gut bacteria, the negative impact on the gut bacteria. So we need to take care of that also.
Right. Wonderful, Dr. Sunita. I think these were some very, very simple, informative tips which people tend to forget because there's so much information on the social media. Some are correct, some are not correct. I think it's of paramount importance to be in touch with an expert, understand what your body requires. And, just one thumb rule, I think what you mentioned is your mind, body, and soul. Mind is thoughts, soul is your emotions, and body is all about your digestive system. And when it comes to digestive system, don't take anything which increases the inflammation. As simple as that.
Yes.
You need good absorption. You should enjoy what you're eating, and it has to be absorbed in your body. So absorption will not happen if you have loaded your system with something which is already decreasing it. So I think, I think that's the key here. And vitamin D, I mean, we have been talking about in the, in a lot of research that vitamin D intake is very important, apart from vitamin C, vitamin E, B12, everything for COVID again, because we want these to build up. But as you said, just the oral supplement is not enough. Just go outdoors, take vitamin D. Yes, we can't be outdoors in the public, but wherever we have, I think we have enough vitamin D in our country to take.
Yes.
So yeah, that we can do. Any take-home messages from you, Dr. Sunita, before we close?
Same thing. Watch your thoughts. Create a strong digestive system. Improve your immunity, and have a positive attitude towards life. This will take care of you.
Awesome, wonderful. I think on that positive note, we'll thank you once more for giving your valuable time, valuable inputs, and I hope people listen to it and get benefited, take some tips, and if any further help is needed, we are available here and we can help you as a team together. And thank you, Dr. Sunita, once more for your time and your inputs. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shubhra, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.